WrestlePalooza 2025 is in the books. The very first PLE on ESPN, part of the WWE ESPN deal, is officially over. It's been a day, right? So if you guys can see, 8 p.m. on the East Coast here at the time that I'm recording it on Sunday night. Had some time to digest and kind of reflect on how that PLE actually went. If you guys did tune into the live stream last night, I really do appreciate it, very much so. It was the best live stream to date, and unfortunately, yes, the unfortunate news is if you go try to watch that thing back, it's like muted pretty much the entire thing. There's a couple sections of the live stream that has audio still. YouTube did not like that I had the show playing through audio only. I never showed video once. I don't know. I don't know how these other streamers get away with doing that. But maybe it's because it's on ESPN now that they're hitting those bands real quick. So unfortunately, I had to mute it. Otherwise, I could have gotten a strike on the channel. So definitely didn't want to do that. That's why if you guys do go back there or watch it, it's muted, unfortunately, out of my hands. Nothing I can do about it. But going forward on the live streams when we do them, I'm just not going to be able to play the audio until I figure out exactly how these other streamers get away with doing it. As far as the PLE, I mean, I pretty much broke down everything in real time last night, but just wanted to give my overall thoughts and opinions on it. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. You guys see the title and thumbnail. I really think it underdelivered heavy. Heavy. And I don't mean to be a hater about it, but I think for the amount of hype they produced for this first PLE on ESPN, they really went above and beyond with the promotion on different networks, trying to amp this thing up. And it really underdelivered heavy, bro. Heavy. Like, I think the best actual match on the card was Io Sky, Stephanie Vaquer. By far, that was the best match of the night. Stephanie finally, broke through, right? I mean, her rise to the top has been extremely quick, but now she's getting that really main star push. Women's world champion now. I think that was definitely the right decision. I'm happy about that decision. Io Sky is always going to be in that mix, so I'm glad that we finally have some fresh blood up there in that main event picture and title scene, right? So I originally had said that Rhea Ripley is probably going to win the title at Perth, however, but your boy forgot the crown jewel rules, right? So I guess the tradition is that the champion will face the champion. That's why we're going to have Cody versus Seth. So you're going to have Stephanie Vaquer, obviously, is going to face Tiffany Stratton. So no Rhea Ripley at Perth. I mean, maybe she has a match or two, in a different story or angle. But yeah, as of right now, that's going to be the championship matchups at Crown Jewel. So again, happy for Stephanie. Not mad at that one. Mixed tag match? Entertaining. Some, fun spots in the match. Again, kind of fell flat for me. It really fell flat as far as, like, it didn't do anything to further any storyline, in my opinion. I feel like everybody could have predicted that CM Punk and AJ Lee were going to get the victory, especially since that's the first time AJ Lee has competed in 10 years. So I feel like that was a no-brainer, that obviously they were going to get the victory. So that one didn't bother me, but again, nothing to blow your hair back about. First match of the night, you had Brock Lesnar versus John Cena, and the only way to describe this match was an bell-to-bell ass whooping. I mean, there's the perfect definition of this match is a straight-up squash match. That's the only way to put it. Cena got squashed. Thought it was a good moment that he went out with the kids. I don't know if they were Make-A-Wish kids or just kids from maybe like a Boys and Girls Club, in the area or something like that, but that was a nice moment. And then he made kids cry, right? Kids were crying all night long in the crowd. They get panned into him, but Brock Lesnar looked as big as ever. Guy is probably juiced to the gills. I don't know. Guy is just in incredible shape. So, again, going into that one, I had no idea what the direction was going to be. I don't know what Cena does for this next retirement tour. On the little what do you post show interviews? They're not even press conferences anymore. They don't allow the media there to ask questions. But during that, Triple H pretty much said like, hey, maybe a newcomer, maybe somebody who's looking to make a name for themselves. So I'm assuming that for the rest of this time in John Cena's retirement tour, we're probably going to get him trying to help younger talent, maybe push them to the next level. So unfortunately, we may see Cena jobbing out to a lot of guys. But that just is what it is. I mean, really, who's left? I mean, other than that Rock, the mysterious, the freaking unicorn that the Rock is, he ain't wrestling. So, and then the only other missing piece on that retirement tour is, for me, in my opinion, Edge. I think Edge is the missing piece. I don't know if he's retiring now after the AEW in Toronto, the All Out. I have no idea. So that's the missing piece in my opinion. But I love Cena. We'll break down the entire farewell tour when it is officially concluded. But I feel like a lot of people have mixed opinions on this whole run so far. Again, we're gonna have to see what Brock Lesnar does as well. Where does he go from here? He's obviously linked up with Paul Heyman again. I did like that introduction, that old school Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman introduction. Always gets you fired up, ready to run through a brick wall. So yeah, obviously there's War Games around the corner. Maybe he joins up with Team Vision. Gonna have to wait and see once again. And then talking about before we get to the main event, the Usos versus the Brawns. Again, lackluster match, man. Lackluster match in my opinion. Kind of a standard tag team match, and then you had the ending. I think the ending is obviously the biggest part of it. You had LA Knight as a special guest referee in the match. That was kind of the wrinkle in the whole thing. Kind of let everything go, right? It was basically a no DQ match, and it wasn't supposed to be. But speaking of that aspect, that's when you get Jey Uso to literally bang the chair off of Braun Breaker, and I think the leg of the chair like bounced back and cut him right in the head. Blood everywhere. I don't know if the ending, they definitely looked like they sped it up. Like I think once that happened, they were kind of rushing to get that finish in. I don't know if it would have went a different direction as far as the Usos going over. I think the plan the whole time is the Vision went over. But just as far as that finish, it was definitely a rushed finish. They wanted to get to the ending after all that blood was pouring out of Jey Uso. So yeah, again, Vision go over. They're kind of being this, dominant team other than Seth, right? Seth gets the loss there. But yeah, again, man, there's so much stuff, and I hate to be a hater. There's just so much stuff right now that is falling flat in my eyes. And who knows now with Jey too, just another aspect to that match is he may be under concussion protocol, so he may not be able to compete for a little while. So I don't know, man. Obviously Crown Jewel is the next one in October. I don't know what happens. I just don't know what happens. I feel like the thing off the top of everybody's head is the Vision is going to have a team go into War Games against like a Cena and maybe Cody and Roman. I don't know what that War Games is going to be about. There's obviously going to be 2 matches. I couldn't even tell you who the women's War Games match could possibly be. There's also another theory that it's going to be WWE main roster versus NXT based off of that whole NXT homecoming thing with Triple H and Shawn Michaels, with William Regal coming out saying War Games. So again, man, it's just I don't know. Let's just talk about the main event real quick. You guys can tell I'm flustered about what's going on with wrestling right now. Talk main event. I mean, I got to be honest, most boring main event I've seen in a while. Again, not trying to be a hater. That main event did absolutely nothing for me. Throughout the card, fans were really hyped in the beginning, then they fell flat, and that's just kind of how me as a viewer also felt. That main event really fell flat, man. I mean, it didn't even feel like a big fight main event. It really did not. I don't know what Cody was doing in the beginning, faking like a head injury. He was like stumbling in the ring. Like, are you really, after weeks, you were filming a movie, bro? Like, are we really pretending that you have some type of, dizziness or whatever still weeks later? I didn't like that little, angle in the actual match itself, but Cody retains, and I think that was the obvious thing, but no Randy Orton, no surprises. And leading into WrestlePalooza, Triple H had said, expect the unexpected. There's going to be surprises. What surprise, bro? The only surprise I could think of is The Undertaker announcing Stephanie McMahon in the Hall of Fame. That was a beautiful moment. In the moment, I had no idea what the heck was happening. I was so confused why The Undertaker came out. Great moment. Steph's going to the Hall of Fame. First inductee in the class of 2026. But there's no surprises as far as storylines go, bro. Nothing. No Orton. Orton has been a part of this thread in this story the whole time. So, again, that's just my thoughts on WrestlePalooza. For how hyped they made WrestlePalooza, that's why I feel like, as a fan, I left feeling disappointed when the show was over. It's not because it's not just a fun, entertaining night of wrestling, right? It's always what's going to be the result, right? I mean, I'm a diehard wrestling fan. I watch everything. So, of course, I'm going to have opinions, whether it's good, whether it's bad. I give credit where it's due. But I also got to call out things when I feel a certain way about it. I feel like a lot of other people are probably feeling the same as me about how WrestlePalooza ended up going. But I did think it drastically underdelivered for what they had promised in the hype and promo leading into WrestlePalooza. Again, first one on ESPN, I thought they were going to pull out all the stops on this one. And they just didn't. So, let me know your thoughts and opinion on how you enjoyed WrestlePalooza down below in the comment section. I'm sure comments are probably going to be mixed on this one, but let me know. Let me know down below if you guys really enjoyed it. I'd love to hear why you really enjoyed it, and if you didn't like it, kind of like me, let me know that too. So, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. Appreciate you guys, as always, for tuning into that live stream last night again, and just your support on the channel overall. So, thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Dylan. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I'm out. Peace.